Good morning, my friends. So yesterday I did a video on what you need to know about neem oil. You need to go check that out if you hadn't watched it yet. But let's look today. So far, Greg looked under the microscope and it's working. Thank the Lord, it's working. So we know now why maybe we were having such a struggle using the other. Again, go back and look at that video if you haven't and you'll understand what I'm saying. But I did want to provide you with an update. And then today, guys, I planted a lot more cabbage and some cauliflower. And there's some of my shinzao or shuzao, bok choy, and I'm going to go on down the line here and finish planting. Wanted to give you guys an update on my chicks. Oop, I hear them running from me. Oh, look. They are active and they are growing and they are liking their new spot. They really needed to get out and stretch their legs. And guys, we're expecting mild weather until this time next week. I think this is going to help harden them off. My goodness, look at their water. I have to change their water 2 or 3 times a day to make sure that they have fresh water. Come here, girls. I'll come get you some more. But, hey, chickies. How's the chicks this morning, my sweethearts? They're growing. So we've been opening this in the morning to see if they want to venture out into the pen, and they haven't yet. But we're going to let them do that on their own. So with all this talk, again, about a dark winter, I think, guys, this is probably the 3rd year in a row that I see people talking about a dark winter. Well, you know what I believe? Winter's dark every year because we lose a bunch of sunlight, and that's just how I feel. Now, the energy crisis does have me concerned, but we're doing everything we can to prepare for that. We have 2 cords of wood here. Now, we bought 4 last year, and this is from last year, so we went through 3. So I'm going to get 1 more, and I think that will get us set up. So I wanted to show you some things that I picked up on sale from Amazon. These were regularly $29. I got them for $7, guys, and these are just regular old hurricane lamps that you use oil. And I did get the smokeless oil last year, and we didn't have to use it in that dark winter. But again, with the energy crisis, I just want to make sure that we have plenty of sources of light. We do have some of the antique lamps on hand. Literally all over the place, honestly, because Greg's grandmother had them. And so what else did I do? I went and bought 19 feet of wick, because you want to make sure that you have wick on hand in the case you have to replace the wicks in all these lamps. And yeah, you did see my Christmas tree still up from last year. And we had such a hard year last year, and it carried over into this year. I just didn't want to take it down, guys. I just didn't want to take it down. Because of the year that we've had. So I'm halfway there for Christmas decorating. And you can see there I have 2 more oil lamps. But again, I did order some wicks. So all kinds of things going on in the world right now. Again, we're just trusting in the Lord, and we're leaving it up to Him. Sometimes it's hard, guys, to keep on gardening when you know that you're fighting so many things, the insects and the army worms, and you know, bad soil or good soil, but we just can't afford to stop, and that's just the way it is. We can't afford to stop doing what we're doing, and so we are going to keep pushing on. I'm going to start some more seeds today because I want to do the succession planting and keep things going. So I've been working on my pantry, and I've been cleaning out canned goods that I canned that may have looked a little iffy. They probably were fine. In fact, I opened some before I threw them away, and they smelled and looked just fine. But, you know, we have canned goods. We have beans and soups and bone broth that I can, and my sweet potatoes here that I canned from last year, and those are still processing out there. We don't know what we're going to get. But, you know, the last time I did a video on this, I had somebody comment, do you really need all that food? And then I was a hoarder. But yes, we do need all this food, because I have about 10 to 15 people that in the event there was an emergency, they would end up at my house. And all this that you see, guys, that's not going to last us very long. So we are continuing to can and grow and grow and can, and continuing to add to our pantry. Here's some of my canned meats that I did. There's some of my eggs. We have tomato paste, tomatoes. So yeah, again, this may look like a lot, but when you're feeding about 12 to 15 people, this is going to go pretty quick, my friends. Pretty quick. Now, do I think something's going to happen? I have no idea. I really don't. I do want to be halfway prepared if it does, because I don't want to be panicked and trying to figure out how we're going to take care of everybody in the event that we have to. But I just don't know. I just don't know. Now, I do know that the Lord says that there is going to be a trying time, and that there's going to be famines in the land, and there's going to be earthquakes and volcanic eruptions and wars and rumors of wars. And honestly, guys, that's gone on since the beginning of time. Is it ramping up right now? I feel like it is, but maybe it's because I'm focusing too much on what I see in the media and what I see on TV. So I'm making a conscious effort to get back into the Word and stay in the Word, and just leave it to the Lord and let Him direct me and let Him show me which way I'm going. And that's about all we can do, guys. I mean, yes, of course, get your cold medicines on order, your Mucinex and your naproxen sodium and your Tylenols and your ibuprofen, which we have. You know, I ordered some of that from Amazon. And guys, it's pretty competitive prices, and it's pretty good. You know, NyQuil, stuff like that, because we are going into the flu and cold season. I gotta give everything a good douse that I just planted. So what are my thoughts on all this chatter and talk about Armageddon and a nuclear war? My thoughts are nothing. Nothing will happen until it's time, and only the Lord knows when that's time. And nothing will happen that doesn't have to go through His hands first. And so we just trust in Him. So don't get wrapped up in it, my friends. Just watch what you watch. And just trust in the Lord. He will bring all things to pass. And there are many promises for us. And that's what we need to hang on to. So, that's my thoughts for today. It's Monday morning. It's a beautiful day. But again, we're going to heat up, guys, to like 95 degrees by Wednesday or Thursday. And then we have a cool down. But then next week, we have a significant cool down with the lows in the upper 40s and the highs in the 60s. Looking so forward to that. Take care. God bless. We'll be in touch. Love you all.